For the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Lots of enthusiasm around that presentation of the Star-Spangled Banner. And we've got plenty more coming up. Stay tuned. A good Friday night to you, sports fans. You've come to the right place. It's the NBA on 2K Sports. And in our matchup tonight, we'll see the Minnesota Timberwolves going up against the Indiana Pacers here at their home, Bankers Life Fieldhouse. This is Kevin Harlan along with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. And, of course, David Aldridge is joining us tonight from the sideline. Let's check out the Eastern Conference standings now that we're in the new year. You look at the Pacers. They're way down there in the conference standings, looking for a lot of improvement during the second half of the season.
I think for the Pacers, they've had such a disappointing season. Even when they've gotten a little bit of momentum, they haven't been able to keep it going.
And when you talk about inconsistency, I think a lot of it has to go to the players because ultimately they're the ones that dictate how they perform.
And with tip-off coming up, we've got just enough time to hear from our good friend David Aldridge on the sideline. D.A., take it away.
Well, if you ask Karl Anthony Towns, his greatest strength is his versatility. He said, "My dad taught it to me at a young age, and it's made my transition at every step of my career comfortable, having the fundamentals and foundation. I don't limit myself. I try to be great at all skills." Kevin?
Yeah, terrific attitude. It makes him very tough to handle. David, thank you. Clark, I'm so familiar with when you played and you were dominant in the post, and that's the same for a few players I know you admired tonight.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, it's much harder now to consistently score inside because teams defensively are so much quicker to double team you and get the ball out of your hands if you're a good low post scorer.
They read defensively well, and they rotate Clark so quickly. I'm always amazed at that.
Fast and hard.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. They've got Towns, Malik Beasley out there with Russell. Then it's Culver, and it's Hernan Gomez in at the power forward position. And for the Pacers, Brogdon and Oladipo, the backcourt duo. Turner and Sabonis playing inside. And it's Lamb in at the small forward. And it's sent back by Turner. Now the fast break, Lamb with the ball. Oladipo misses. Timberwolves on offense. Culver passes to Hernan Gomez. And here is Brogdon. What a tremendous game he played against Minnesota. That shot missing, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Defeated by the Pacers in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them.
I tell you, they were drawing a lot of iron from the perimeter. Couldn't get the threes to go down, and really the story of the game.
And, you know, that's a big part of how they attack and win, getting it going from the three-point line, but at the end of the day, it didn't happen.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves getting the first points of the ball game. And now, just over a minute played here in the first. It's tipped, and it's out of bounds. They say it was last touched by Towns.
Yeah, gets a finger on it, but just can't quite come up with the steal.
Clearly a careless pass. He got away with one there.
Here's Oladipo. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Oladipo's mid-range game continues to look better. He's a consistent threat from this area.
Now, here's Culver. Covered by Lamb. Now, here is Russell. 14 points from him the last game against Indiana.
Boy, he was piling up those assists in that one. I mean, every pass seemed to be on time and on target.
Really just struggling here in the first few minutes. 5 attempts with only 1 falling.
Here's Hernan Gomez.
And when he's on the floor, offensive rebounding is always going to be a strength for them.
Greg, he keeps so many possessions alive, doesn't he?
And you know, those second chance opportunities can be game changers. He represents so much value to this team because of what he does.
Pass to Lamb. Sabonis trying to get open. And Jeremy Lamb, the bucket on the assist from Brogdon.
Yeah, you know what? He's a skilled passer, so if you leave people open around Brogdon, he'll make you wish you didn't.
Russell dishes to Beasley. Russell passes to Towns. Over Sabonis. Bank shot, no good. So Oladipo will bring it up for the Pacers. They're coming off that win against Minnesota.
In that one, they owned the backboards. Most of the second chance opportunities went to them.
Plenty of heart and hustle in that regard. I mean, they made sure to hit the glass hard and often.
And the last 2 years, Karl Anthony Towns getting a rap as a bad defender. Clark, do you think that's fair to say?
You know what, Kevin? I don't think it's as fair as it once was. He's not nearly the defensive liability he used to be. He's better defensively one-on-one, and I think he's improved in his ability to switch and rotate on smaller players.
And he knocks down the first one.
And you look at how Towns is so effective on offense, and it's because he really has the entire package for a big man. Back to the basket, facing up, playing outside or in, off the bounce or on the catch. This guy can do it all.
And so he makes both from the line. And Greg, as you said, it's the skill level of Towns at his young age that is so incredible.
Very capable 3-ball shooter, but he likes backing you down on the block as well. You step back and look at what he can do for a team, and there aren't really any holes in his game.
Now Russell, after Malcolm Brogdon's three-pointer that didn't go, passes it to Culver. Pass to Towns. Over Sabonis, and Towns gets it to go.
How about the recognition from Culver? Terrific at realizing when the defense has broken down.
Just under 3.5 minutes gone here in the first quarter. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket.
A wide open look here for Oladipo. Knocks down the 3-ball. Oladipo's got 5 points so far. Minnesota in the lead. Now Russell. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Here's Towns. No good off the back of the rim. The Pacers have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Lamb. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Lamb's gone 1 of 3 on the night. Beasley, the pass to Hernan Gomez. That one goes. Count it. He's got 6.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Indiana's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the pass to Sabonis. Oladipo taking his time here. Back to Sabonis. Oladipo against Beasley. Clock at 4. And there's the bucket from Victor Oladipo. Oladipo's gotten 3 of his 4 shots to fall, hitting 75%. Russell kicks to Beasley. Knocked loose. Pass to Culver. Hernan Gomez against Turner to the inside. And up the court come the Pacers on the break. But he stays with it. Oladipo, good.
Boy, he's been a rock of offensive support so far, and when they've needed a basket, they've turned to him.
Timeout called, first of the game for Minnesota. Well, Clark, midseason rumors now in full session. When a player requests a trade, how strongly do you think that affects team chemistry?
You know, Kevin, I'm all for players voicing their choice and actually having an opportunity to express themselves, but it can be detrimental if a player in the middle of a season makes it known that he's not interested in being there. It can have a terrible effect on team chemistry, in my opinion.
Timberwolves trail. Here's Russell. No points in the game yet for him. Passes it to Culver. Six on the shot clock. Hernan Gomez finds Russell. Rebounded by Lamb.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
You know, this is why Oladipo is a star. I mean, he has a unique ability to convert through really tough defense.
The Pacers shooting their first free throw of the evening.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Oladipo.
Yeah, you know, this is Indiana's second year now, guys, without Paul George. Obviously, that trade had a ripple effect, and in some ways, it's still being felt.
Offensively, it's been a perfect quarter for him. He hasn't missed a single shot.
And so it's Indiana with it. He kicks it to Turner. Pass to Brogdon. Indiana moving it around. Oladipo outside. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got 4 rebounds in this game. And the Pacers ended up with a pretty decent deal given George's public demand.
Yeah, I agree, because it was a tough situation for the Pacers once it became clear Paul George was not going to re-sign. The Pacers happy with Oladipo and Sabonis, actually thrilled, but at the same time, you look at OKC and Paul George putting up MVP numbers, makes you wonder what could have happened had he stayed.
Fast break, Minnesota. The 3-ball drills the 3-pointer.
Great idea to pull up and take the transition 3 there. The D was in position to block his path to the hoop if he took it inside.
Brogdon outside. The pass to Oladipo. And he can't stop the run as he misses.
That's exactly the look they wanted, guys. Right guy, right play, wrong result.
Yet another player from the 2019 draft class who wasn't a top high school recruit. Jarrett Culver, 3-star guy, thin, unrefined, but in that sophomore year of college, boy, did he surprise some folks.
The first free throw is good. And Greg, when you talk about Culver, the one thing he did show in high school and again showed at Texas Tech, the ability to score.
Yeah, and he creates and makes shots against great defenders. Every team in the NBA is looking for that. His jumper, his handle, his ability to move without the ball, already NBA level stuff.
And good on the second, so he makes them both.
And, you know, even though in today's game floor spacing is all the rage, the last 5 years the Wolves attempted the fewest threes in the league. And when they did shoot them, they didn't make very many of them.
Now, here's Warren. Looking at his numbers, he averages a bit over 9 points a game. Great positioning on the putback.
Just doing the job on the backboard.
They sure are. I mean, they've done a terrific job carving out space under the basket and then pursuing the ball. You know, it's one thing to box out, but you've got to pursue the ball if you're going to get rebounds, and they look strong here in the early going.
Here's Spellman following the basket by Doug McDermott.
Looking at the Timberwolves, let's see where they rank in the NBA statistics right now.
And you mentioned their opponent's field goal percentage ranking. They do a really good job of closing down the paint, forcing teams to beat them from outside.
And the first one at the line is good. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Okogie's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. All right, Clark, game is on the line. One free throw to make to win a big game. Who is up there for you?
I'd go with your colleague and mine.
Oh, yeah.
But since he's no longer in uniform today, I will go with Steph Curry and Malcolm Brogdon.
Great names. Here's McConnell. Kicks it to McDermott. McConnell with it. Outside Holiday. Back to McConnell. Minnesota with the rebound.
I think he'll think twice about attempting that shot next time. The defense was right on top of him there.
Wasted no time on that one. And the Timberwolves lead by 7.
And this is why coaches talk about playing with pace. The scoreboard tells it all.
That really has been the difference. I mean, they've been the better team in transition.
Here's McDermott. Another shot. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. That one's on Johnson.
And when you think of McDermott, the first thing that comes to my mind anyway is three-point shooting ability. He's very effective spacing the floor.
First trip to the free throw line for him in this one.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
The first free throw is good.
And you think about the 2 best talents in Wolves history, KG, obviously, and probably Big Cat.
I would not disagree. I mean, KG is a Hall of Famer. And the Cat, Karl Anthony Towns, has been terrific early in his career. The rebounding and scoring, the versatility at that size between those 2 guys. Boy, it could have possibly been like the Admiral and Tim Duncan. Well, maybe not quite that good, but really good. Outstanding execution. Good job working the ball inside.
Pacers trail by 8. And here's McConnell. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Outside Warren. Just 5 on the clock. Puts up a 3. The rebound by Johnson. Timberwolves on offense. They're on a 15-3 run. And stolen by McConnell. Now the Pacers moving it up. Outside Turner. Pass to Warren. From past the arc. Score the basket. Nice shot after missing his first attempt.
Really good to see Turner find the open man, proving once again he's a team-first guy.
He's covered by McConnell. For 3, Okogie buries the long-range jumper. Okogie's got 8 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now, here's McConnell. Here's Warren. And Lehman pulls it down.
Well, you know, stopping him is never easy to do, but the defense was strong there.
Makes it off the glass.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to sum it up. A little more sense of urgency.
Yeah, they've got to do a little more to disrupt their offensive rhythm, too.
And the Pacers with possession here. Trailing by 10. Passes it to McDermott. Now here's Turner. He's guarded closer. Goes back up. That one doesn't drop. And it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Okogie, the pass to Spellman. Here's Okogie. To the middle. And that's a foul. Called on T.J. Warren. That is his first foul of the game. T.J. leaves checked in for the Pacers. Here's Lehman. 1:16 left here in the first quarter. Pacers trail by 10. Now, here's Warren. 8 points his last outing. Yep, that one goes.
Man, he's got such a great touch and feel around the basket. He made that reverse look easy.
He's covered by McConnell. The dish now to Johnson. And he banks in the layup. And the Timberwolves lead by 10.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Well, listless and lifeless at the defensive end. I mean, especially inside. They've really got to pick up that interior defense.
Yeah, that's a tough call right there, and really a tough break for the D.
Greg, no problem for me with that call. I mean, he was still sliding right there.
Warren the pass to Holiday. Here's Leaf. Some nice passing here by Indiana. McConnell finds Holiday. Shot clock at 6. Swatted away.
Yeah, really like the defensive focus and intensity at the start.
Exactly. Nothing easy. They're making them work just to get into their offense. Very disruptive so far.
Timberwolves leading by 10. He's covered by McConnell. Pass to Okogie. There's 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Out to the right wing. Unloads. The wing jumper off target. And so it's Minnesota with a 10-point lead. Some breathing room heading into the break. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. All-star big man Karl Anthony Towns is hungry to maximize his potential.
I want to be the best player who ever played, and I feel that I could do that. I think I have the God-given talent and the God-given abilities to make it happen, and I have total confidence in myself every single day. I wake up that I could be the greatest player who ever played. I know if I continue to put the work ethic in and continue to do all the little things I need to do, I could find myself in that conversation. But, you know, obviously I got to learn every single day, never take no days for granted.
On his coaches, Greg and teammates love hearing that.
And how can you not? I mean, that kind of drive is special. And with his tools and potential, hard to put a ceiling on just how good he can be.
And welcome back to the second quarter of action. Plenty of basketball left to play, but this one has been one-sided so far. And what do you guys think about Minnesota here in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
Yeah, I like the way they play. They're looking to get up and down the court every time. Racehorse basketball here tonight. Strap it up. Don't look down. You'll miss something.
McDermott is out there with Leaf. And it's T.J. McConnell. Then there's Warren. And it's Holiday in at the shooting guard position. That's the 5 to begin the second quarter for the Pacers. That free throw, no good. Clark, it seems that guards are rebounding now more than ever. What do you make of that trend?
You know what, Kevin? I think it's a function of how the game is played. More and more teams play small ball, where they really don't have a big guy out there or a traditional center out there. You may have guards and wings, and oftentimes your tallest guy might be 6'8". So it makes it important for guards and everybody to rebound the ball. So I think you see more guards getting more rebounds because of teams playing small ball as a function of the three-point shots importance in the game.
Here's Leaf following the score by James Johnson. Warren, and it's Warren with the jam.
Oh, why, dunk you very much.
He can really fly, and you combine that, Greg, with some nice penetration too, and you've got 2 points.
A lot of bounceability there, guys. I mean, well above the rim. That's what makes him dangerous.
2 points. That one goes. Spellman's got the lead up to 11 now for the Timberwolves. Second quarter, and we're just over a minute in. Outside Holiday. With some arc, and it's good on the layup.
And it's all about the release when you shoot the floater.
Timberwolves leading by 9. And we've got an update here, so let's catch up with David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, D'Angelo Russell was traded from the Lakers and, in his words, was kicked on the way out. But he's become an all-star in Brooklyn. Russell said, "It's a heck of an accomplishment. That respect from your peers, your coaches, other teams, it's a great feeling." And Kevin, given how it started for him in L.A., many remain shocked by Russell's rapid ascent.
Coming into his own, you're right, David. Thank you. Minnesota's gone 3 of 4 from long range in the game. And there's the pass to Okogie. Here's Layman. A three-pointer off the mark. Pacers trail by 7. And Holiday, here we go. It's blocked, and they're able to recover. That one drops for him.
Yeah, coach's pet peeve there. No box out.
Those are free points you're giving away. You got to work harder on the glass.
Minnesota calls timeout.
Well, you've got to give a lot of credit to Josh Okogie. I mean, he was the 20th pick in the 2018 draft and really well ahead of the curve as a rookie, and even saw starter minutes later on in the season. Well, that's a great get for them.
So an entirely new group in now for Indiana. Sabonis, he's checked in for Doug McDermott. Jeremy Lamb comes in for Warren. Oladipo, he's checked in for Aaron Holiday. And Brogdon subbed in for T.J. McConnell. Now, here's Culver. He had a 15-point outing in their last game against Indiana. Pass to Hernan Gomez. Another miss by Minnesota. And meteoric rises not uncommon for Okogie.
Yeah, and Okogie's done a really nice job kind of turning the impression of him around because he wasn't highly touted in college. But I tell you what, he's proven to be an impact player because of how he can defend and shoot.
Now here's Lamb. He had 10 points in the win against Minnesota. And 2 shots coming up at the line as he gets fouled on the shot. And a quick look here at some of the numbers for Towns.
He stepped up his game on the glass big time this month. His numbers are outstanding, but even if the numbers weren't there, his activity in the paint has been incredible. His hard work is paying off, and they want more of the same from that young man.
And that one misses. And he's good on the second. Now Russell. With an average of around 19.5 points a game, his scoring has been a constant for them. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Right side Towns to end the cold streak. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to go on Sabonis.
You know, despite his youth, Kevin, Towns sees the big picture. I mean, gets points any way you can, and we'll see if he can cash in at the line here.
And the first one drops. Mark, I want to take you back a bit here to 1982. What was going through your mind over your first few NBA games?
Well, Kevin, first of all, I was really excited and thankful to have a chance to realize a dream, but I was also a little bit nervous going up against some of the guys that I had watched and idolized from afar. But once you're between those lines, it's not about idolizing guys. It's about trying to posterize them.
Any player in particular, one player that you looked out on the floor and you were out there as well saying, oh my goodness, look who I'm playing against tonight?
Well, when we first saw the Celtics and the Sixers, Larry Bird and those great teams in the 80s, Cedric Maxwell and Kevin McHale, and then the Sixers, my rookie year, won it all. And they had Moses Malone, Dr. J, Bobby Jones, some of the greats in the game. So those two teams, and Dr. J and Larry Bird in particular.
And a player who flew under the radar last year, Malcolm Brogdon. Pacers wanted to add him over the summer. Got a hefty deal from Indiana to leave the Bucks. Exactly the kind of player that the Pacers need.
Shooting 2.
That free throw good from Brogdon.
You know, he's a big guard who really uses his size well. Brogdon is capable of playing either of the guard spots. He's old school in that way, just a guard who happens to be very versatile.
Good on both.
And that's the norm for him. He's pretty much automatic when he's at the line.
Brogdon against Russell. Pass to Hernan Gomez. And the rebound goes to the Pacers.
Well, that's a good player missing from point-blank range. That's one you got to convert.
And a wide open look for Lamb. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Lamb's got 5.
Lamb is a capable spot-up shooter. He's comfortable shooting off the catch.
Here's Russell. Beasley outside. Pass to Culver. Three-pointer. Gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Pacers trail by 4. Brogdon with it. And he can be counted on to put some points on the board every night. He's averaging right around 13.5 points a game. Oladipo, good.
You know, that's leadership. Doing what's necessary when it's necessary. Oladipo refusing to let the opponents get away with that.
Now, here is Russell. Left side, Towns. A shot by Culver, nobody around. Cans the shot with nobody near him. 7 points in the game. And Brogdon has got the ball here for the Pacers. It's a 3-point game. There's the pass to Sabonis. That's tipped. Pass to Leaf. Here's Oladipo. It's hauled in by Karl Anthony Towns. Sabonis against Beasley. Passes to Culver. Lets the 3 fly. The Pacers pull it in. Sabonis has got his 4th rebound in this one. Again, Oladipo missing.
Boy, the defense got lucky there with him missing it, but they don't want to chance that again.
Beasley outside. Here's Culver. But they'll get another chance. A second chance effort. Towns kicks to Beasley. Timberwolves passing it around. Here's Hernan Gomez. He makes the Johnny from the left block. Now it's a 5-point Timberwolves lead. Here's Brogdon. Hernan Gomez passes to Russell. Beasley outside. Here's Towns. It's deflected.
Outstanding defensive instincts by Sabonis. Really good timing when to rise up to reject shots.
Leaf, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Turner's checked in for Leaf. And Lamb kicks to Brogdon. Here's the floater. They get it back. Can they get it? That's his 4th miss from the floor. He's made 2 of his shots. Here's Culver. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. Culver's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Clearly just an example of a different mindset between these teams.
And the young Timberwolves head coach, Ryan Saunders, son of former Minnesota coach Flip Saunders, about as great of a pedigree you could ask for as a young coach.
Well, guys, you've heard me talk about the DNA when it relates to players. It's the same with coaches. I mean, Ryan has grown up seeing his dad coach at a high level, the late Flip Saunders, one of our favorites in the business. He spent his whole life around basketball, so he has a great way with players and a real good understanding of the game, to a modern-day approach for a young coach.
Here is Russell after the made shot from Victor Oladipo. Fires it up. Towns, no luck. Pacers trail by 5. Right side Lamb. Uncovered and good that time. Lamb's got 5 points in the quarter.
Boy, I love how unselfish Oladipo is. Great at getting his teammates involved in on-time, on-target passes.
Pass to Culver. And here's Towns. Now the pass to Beasley. Over Oladipo. The Timberwolves again can't hit.
You know what? Those are shots you just hate to miss when you get those kinds of bunnies on a possession.
Here's Sabonis, and that one clearly a foul. Gets the whistle, and 2 shots coming up. That one is on Towns.
Can't afford to be too handsy with Sabonis. He's very good at forcing the issue and getting these calls.
Lottery pick back in 2016, Clark. If there was a question for Domantas Sabonis coming into the league, it was about his length and agility relative to NBA athletes.
Yeah, and you know, those were legitimate questions, Kevin. He's not a big-time shot blocker, but he is nimble for a big guy. Doesn't possess the typical length of a guy his size, but he's got great strength. He's got good quickness, if not speed. And that strength and quickness and know-how serve him well.
T.J. Warren, he's checked in for Indiana. T.J. McConnell comes in for Malcolm Brogdon. And Sabonis drops them both.
And you look at per-minute production, you can make a strong case that Domantas Sabonis at times has been underutilized. With consistent minutes, he can give you an efficient 20-10 every night.
Here's Okogie. He's got 8. Shot clock at 3. The shot by Layman, no good. And here's the fast break. Oladipo leading the way. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. And Sabonis having to spend some time at the power forward spot in today's game, Greg. He's pretty big for that position.
Yeah, I mean, 6'11", 240. He's gotten leaner, done some yoga, worked on strengthening those hips, looking to stay mobile. And that ought to serve him whichever position he plays.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And it's tied up with that one.
Domantas Sabonis, so versatile, brings so much to his position. He scores, he passes, rebounds, and defends at a high level.
The Pacers making a switch here. Holiday's checked in. Outside, Towns. Pass to Okogie. Towns down low, defended by Sabonis. Fast break, here comes Indiana. Here's Holiday. No good on that one, and it's the Timberwolves taking it the other way. Here's Layman, and he can't stop this drought. Another miss.
Well, I'll tell you what, he's going to buy himself a ticket to the bench. If he keeps shooting it like that, he has been putrid here this quarter. This shot's just, it's not there right now. With his team leading, perhaps, you know, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
And the basket by Johnson. There's 1:17 left now here in the second. And here's McConnell. Passes it to Sabonis. Back to McConnell. 5 on the clock. The three from Warren, and he's good on the three ball. Warren's got 5 points in the quarter.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the three-point line.
Well, I like that sweet-looking shooting stroke that Towns has. So polished and efficient. His mid-range J on the money.
Indiana's gone to the three-pointer 11 times tonight and nailed 5 of them. McConnell passes to Sabonis. Over in the corner, Warren. Again, the miss by Warren. Minnesota's gone 1 of 6 from three-point land in the second quarter. Less than 20%, but they've continued to let them fly. And so it's McConnell with it. He'll bring it up for Indiana. Trailing by 2. After this one, they're off to Denver to take on the Nuggets. That sets off a 5-game tour for them. Now, here's Sabonis. Shoots over Towns. Offensive rebound. The kick out to Holiday. This one for 3. That shot misses. Pass to Johnson. 2 on the clock. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
The Timberwolves have been coming through at the charity stripe. They've made 7 of their 8 attempts.
Yeah, and over the course of the season, they're a respectable 78%. That comes in handy in close games.
And guys, you know what? That's made things hard for them in a lot of their games. I mean, that inability to convert their chances at the free throw line.
First free throw is good. So both teams changing it up here. So Johnson hits 2 of them. And some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Timberwolves lead by 4. And we'll be back right after halftime for the start of the 3rd quarter. We'll see you in a bit.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back here on our halftime show. Well, actually, we can't see you, but you can see us, but you get it. Ernie Johnson, Kenny the Jet Smith, Shaquille O'Neal. You're watching the NBA on 2K Sports. It's Minnesota out in front at the half. They hold a 4-point lead. Kenny, what do you think?
They obviously came in wanting to push the action. And so far, so good. They're looking to get easy transition baskets because the other team is not getting back on defense.
How about you, Shaq? What did you think about Indiana?
Well, those second chance points are huge, and they only came because of their effort. Their work on the offensive glass is what's keeping them in the game. They definitely should try to continue to stay tough on the glass. It's been key so far.
That's all for now. Say goodbye to the folks. Thanks for joining us. 3rd quarter, just about ready to begin.
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You look at Victor Oladipo in this game, he has been everywhere.
And how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column through 2 quarters? He has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade for the second half of basketball. On the court for Minnesota, we've got Beasley. He's out there with D'Angelo Russell. Culver out there with Karl Anthony Towns. And it's Hernan Gomez in at the 4. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. And here are the Pacers now. Lamb dishes to Oladipo. 6 to shoot. Brogdon with it. He's picked up by Russell. That 3 off the mark. Timberwolves leading by 4. Inside, Hernan Gomez. Well-timed pass, and he goes straight to the bucket for the layup. Hernan Gomez has got the first basket of the third quarter for Minnesota. Pacers shooting just 33%, struggling to get good looks. Here's Oladipo, and the rejection by Towns. Russell finds Towns. And Culver gets it to go on the assist by Towns. And now it's an 8-point Minnesota lead. And about a minute of action so far in the third quarter. Brogdon against Russell. Brogdon the pass to Sabonis. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. Sabonis has got 6.
Yeah, I like Sabonis' game inside because he's confident and skilled.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Pacers will take it.
Let's see where the Pacers are, Kevin, in terms of the NBA rankings right now.
And they've also enjoyed a lot of success from beyond the arc. I mean, as you can see by that top 10 ranking and three-point percentage, that's a shot they should continue to feature in their offense.
Oladipo, the pass to Sabonis. Brogdon against Russell. Back to Sabonis. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. The pass to Towns. And there it is for him. 10 points for him.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Two minutes into the second half of play now. Pacers trail by 5. Now here's Brogdon. Second chance shot and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That's on D'Angelo Russell.
You know, Malcolm Brogdon has really good size and strength and basketball IQ, which makes him hard to guard for the defense.
That free throw good from Brogdon. Brogdon hits them both. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. They've led by as many as 11 points.
You know, early in his career, there were questions surrounding D'Angelo Russell's maturity, and understandably so. That's the case with most young players. But of late, in his case, his improvement as a player and his growth as a person is impressive.
The Timberwolves have gone 9 of 10 from the line, so making the most of their chances.
Shooting 2.
The first one falls.
You know, Russell's known for his scoring ability, but I like the fact that he's eager and hungry to continue to improve.
And so Russell hits them both. A little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Brogdon outside. He feeds it to Turner. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Turner's got his first 2 points of the night. And beginning his career with the Lakers, coaches wanted Russell to take a more serious approach.
Yeah, you know what? I think his last year there, losing the trust of his teammates, probably woke him up a bit. Sometimes you got to go through the adversity to recognize what you need to change. It's not enough to just put up numbers. You've got to be a professional in how you go about your business, and plenty to like about where D'Angelo Russell is and where he's headed.
Now, here's Brogdon. After the miss from Karl Anthony Towns, back to Lamb. Just 5 to shoot. Teardrop shot. Minnesota with the rebound. Culver's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
Yeah, you know, guys, this has been far from his best game. A disappointing outing for both him and the team.
Here's Towns. In close, he hits it. Towns has got 12.
Yeah, you see right there, Towns invites contact. Unafraid of it, looking for it, and he's able to score through it.
Here's Russell. Whistle blows, basket is good. So a chance here for a 3-point play.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
And when you make 5 in a row in close like that, it also takes pressure off your perimeter guys, too.
He's gone 2 for 2 at the line so far. The Pacers making a switch here. Leafs checked in. Free throw good, Russell. Now Lamb. 7 points in the game. Outside Turner. Pass to Brogdon. Towns with the steal. Hernan Gomez kicks to Culver. And that one, good. He's got 13. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for the Timberwolves.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's Brogdon following the score by Jarrett Culver. Here's Lamb. And that time, also a missed shot. Timberwolves leading by 10. A drive by Russell. And the layup's good off the glass. Russell's got 7 points for the quarter.
They're doing a really good job of getting the ball inside and attacking the paint. That's an area they have completely dominated.
Well, once they recognized the advantage they had inside, it made a lot of sense just to continue to attack that area.
Here's Brogdon. Outside, Lamb. Passes it to Turner. Here's Leaf. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
And didn't do anything fancy there, but didn't need to.
Nope, his only concern right now is getting the points on the board, and I don't mean style points.
Hey, I thought there was some style there, guys. What are you guys looking at? I mean, it was still a pretty sweet, flavorful one-hand flush.
And Culver's been aggressive as well, and his shot is going down with consistency.
Pacers trail by 13. Here's Oladipo. Got a piece of it. Turner against Beasley. Outside, Towns. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call.
And a moment here to check out the stats for Miles Turner. A wonderful string of games he's put together here lately.
He's around 10 points per game, 12 rebounds, and his rebounding is what's most impressive. He's shown tremendous determination on the backboard.
And it's a big asset for this team. I mean, he blocks out on the defensive glass, and then he keeps balls alive at the offensive end.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum. The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Brogdon with it. So timeout called here, the first for Indiana.
And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
Yeah, you know, just look at the numbers, guys. I mean, they are being taken to the woodshed in the paint.
Some changes for Indiana. McDermott's checked in for Leaf. T.J. Warren comes in for Lamb. And it's T.J. McConnell in for Brogdon. And then for Minnesota, Omari Spellman has come in for Hernan Gomez. And Layman subbed in for Malik Beasley. Here's McDermott. Rebounded by the Timberwolves.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Pacers trail by 17. And here's McConnell. And Oladipo now atop the key. Now here's McConnell. Feeds to Turner. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one is on Towns.
And historically, you almost never saw a great shot blocker who could also knock down triples at a high clip. But count Miles Turner among the unicorns who provide that rare combination.
And he makes the first. And the stretch center in demand for Miles Turner. Greg, how does he take that next step as a player?
Getting stronger, and continuing to improve his recognition and communication at both ends of the floor.
Aaron Holiday is checked in for Indiana.
Yeah, you know, he's a big guy that has tremendous agility and already is an elite defender. Miles Turner now has to work on being dominant on offense.
And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul, shot misses. He'll be shooting 2. And Indiana called for the foul.
Shooting 2.
He's off on the first. And the second free throw, good. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for the Indiana Pacers. It's a 16-point game. And Jarrett Culver gets the whistle that time. That'll be his second foul of the game. They double him with Russell. McConnell finds Warren. Outside Holiday. And the 3 off target.
And, you know, the defense to me looked like they were okay to let him prove he could make that shot.
Russell passes to Spellman. And he gets the bucket. Spellman's got 7 points.
And of the last 6 baskets, 5 have come on the interior. This is just smash mouth physical basketball, guys.
Now here's McConnell. Here's the teardrop.
Well, you see the great reach as well as the relentless pursuit shown by Towns. He's simply saying, not here, not now, not in my house.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Not many empty trips for this group. It seems everything's falling for him this half.
Here's McConnell. Dishes to Turner. He kicks it to Warren. Six on the shot clock. It's rebounded by Towns. Towns has got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. Culver passes to Lehman. And denied. He sends it right off the glass. And D'Angelo Russell picks up the foul. And that'll be his third foul so far. And he knocks down the first one.
This is as good as it gets from the charity stripe here in the second.
Yeah, you know what? And I think they've just got to keep on keeping on. Keep drawing contact, attacking, getting to the line. That will certainly give them a chance to get back into the game.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Now, here is Russell. 9 points in the game so far. Shot clock at 6. Lehman pass to Russell. And he finishes nicely on the layup. Russell's got 9 points here in the second half.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
Pacers trail by 21. Now McConnell. Outside Turner, the tray, and Culver pulls it down. Minnesota's gone 5 of 10 from downtown tonight, 50% exactly. Russell passes to Towns. Over Holiday. And Towns the bucket on the assist by Russell. Russell's got 5 assists in the game.
Well, you got to respect and admire the focus of Towns. I mean, he just doesn't get rattled. He just stays with it, embraces the challenge, and keeps coming.
Indiana's gone 1 of 4 in three-point shots here in the third. McConnell scanning the floor, deflects the pass. Outside Russell, pass to Towns. Here's Warren. He's got 11. And he makes that one. McDermott's got his second basket of the night. Timberwolves leading by 21. Russell with it. The pass to Culver. Here's Lehman, guarded by Holiday. Lehman pass to Towns. Can't connect from short range. The Pacers shooting a pretty wretched 28% in the third quarter. This offense needs to maybe try some different angles. Warren kicks to Holiday. And so Indiana again turning it over. Now that we have a second, let's take a quick peek at the rebounding numbers for the last handful of seasons for Towns.
On the boards, he's been a much bigger presence these last few years than he had been prior. And he can be counted on now to make an impact with his rebounding. And that's a product of all the work he's put in down low.
Catching up on the changes now for Indiana. Sabonis comes in for Turner. And it's Victor Oladipo in for Aaron Holiday. One item that stood out, their ball movement.
Things are definitely clicking. And more importantly, it makes it really hard to defend.
Okogie, the pass to Johnson. Shoots over McDermott. 11 feet out, and he hits it. Johnson's got 10 points.
That's the 10th straight point they've given up in the paint.
And, you know, it doesn't matter how good your defense is on the perimeter if you're going to allow easy ones inside like that.
Now, here's Oladipo. 17 points in the game. Teardrop shot, and the layup is up and in. Oladipo's got 19 points.
Boy, the floater is one of the most beautiful shots in the game, and when used correctly, Victor Oladipo showing you he's got that shot down pat.
Johnson outside. From downtown, it's rebounded by Indiana. Oladipo's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. He made the only free throw attempt he had earlier in the game.
And with the free throw percentage hovering around 70, he knows he has to bring that up.
You know, his performance at the foul line this season might be the first thing he points to as a priority to improve.
He hits both from the stripe.
You look at Oladipo, and he is really embracing his role as the leader of his team. He's a ferocious competitor, but also a compassionate, good teammate.
Pass to Okogie. The feed to Johnson. Just 5 on the clock. Fires the 3. Layman gets the bucket. He has 6. Now, here's Oladipo. Not a lot of room. Hits from the high post.
Oladipo has really embraced the go-to role. This guy can heat it up in a hurry.
For 3, Okogie. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves controlling the game and finishing the quarter with a 20-point lead. Their defense has been active and effective. We'll return shortly. Head coach Nate McMillan is mic'd up along the sidelines. Let's check it out.
Defensively, we got to keep these guys in front of us. Shooting, contested, 2. All right, play defense without fouling, and they get 1 shot.
Being aggressive, GA, without fouling. That's a good message, and that's what Coach McMillan wants.
The worst thing you can do is bail a team out. It's important that they just lock down here defensively.
And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Oladipo is the 2 with Warren playing small forward. McDermott is out there with Sabonis, and it's McConnell in at the point. So that's the group out there for Indiana. And that's out of bounds. Minnesota will retain possession. Malcolm Brogdon's checked in for the Pacers. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And now a chance to see what's coming up for Indiana. On Sunday, they'll be taking on Paul Millsap and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Monday, they'll be matching up against Rudy Gobert and the Utah Jazz.
And for the matchup with the Suns, it's going to be an all-out battle. And you just hope they are rested and able to execute their game plan, as it's going to be a tremendous challenge.
And he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Great teamwork, punctuated by a strong finish.
That is the perfect fast break, guys. Getting a hoop before the defense can get set.
Clark, the NBA gives out so many awards at the end of the season. Is there an award missing that you'd like to see?
You know what? I think they've got the bases covered really well with the number of awards they give out, Kevin. But I would like to perhaps see consideration given to a sophomore campaign award. That would be kind of cool, because sometimes the rookie of the year, at least recently, has been a little cloudy because a rookie had been in the league a year. Ben Simmons, case in point, and then was counted. It was actually technically his second year, but his first year of playing. So a sophomore award might be something worth adding to the list.
That's a great idea. Now, here's Sabonis. Here's Oladipo. The kick out to Warren. Off target with his three.
You know, he's just not taking good shots, not taking smart shots, forcing up a lot of low percentage junk there.
Stolen by Brogdon. Passes it to Sabonis. Oladipo outside. Pass to Warren. Warren on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And yes, it's good. A little over a minute and a half of the fourth quarter gone now.
Hey, yo, right here.
And the pass to Layman. Pass to Okogie. It's stolen by Oladipo. Here's Warren. Good, and it's Oladipo picking up the assist. 15 points for T.J. Warren.
The point's right there, Kevin, a product of Oladipo's defensive work. Once he comes up with the steal, he's ready to get into transition right away.
Minnesota calls timeout. Jeremy Lamb's checked in for McDermott. Juan Hernan-Gomez, he's checked in for the Timberwolves. Malik Beasley comes in for Josh Okogie. Timberwolves leading by 19. He's guarded by Brogdon. Pass to Layman. Sabonis with the steal. Here's Oladipo. Beasley with the rebound. Beasley's got 9 rebounds in the game. Getting it done. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Jeremy Lamb.
Shooting 2.
First one falls for him. Clark, any changes you'd like to see made in the process when players and teams are fined for any number of things? Incidents on the floor or off the floor?
Well, I think there's a place for fines and the different amounts depending on how egregious the act is by a player or team makes some sense. I think having different categories. But I'm one that would rather hit hard and less often. So I think if you want to minimize the number of finable offenses, then make the penalty be greater for those things that are finable.
It's Beasley on the wing. And it's Beasley finishing it off.
Well, if you don't take care of the ball, fellas, that's what can happen.
Absolutely, Greg. That makes the turnover even more painful.
What, you mean the throwdown at the end? I'll tell you what, fellas, I mean the highlight shows are going to pain them even more.
So it's the Pacers now after the basket by Minnesota. Brogdon outside. Outside, Lamb for the 3. Indiana with a new shot clock. The shot by Brogdon, no good. Minnesota leading by 23. Here's Beasley. It's stolen by Oladipo. Brogdon outside. Pass to Sabonis. And a great assist by Brogdon as that one goes in. Brogdon's got 6 assists now in the game. Timberwolves have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Over 3.5 minutes through the final quarter now. The pass to Beasley. Hernan-Gomez against Sabonis. Hernan-Gomez kicks to Beasley. 2 on the clock. 13 feet away. And there's another one for the Timberwolves.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
For Indiana, they've gotten only 3 of their 9 field goal attempts to go down since the end of the third. Pretty cold down the stretch. Over in the corner, Lamb. Kept alive by Indiana.
And I just love how he's banging down low. His hard work will let them use some more of the clock here.
He's guarded by Brogdon. Clark, the relationship between referees and players reaching a fever pitch. What can be done to smooth those waters and mend those fences?
Well, I think first and foremost, players have to give. Both sides have to give in this equation, but I think it's incumbent upon the players to accept and respect the position of the officials, and the officials have to also be willing to engage in interacting well with the players. It's a two-way street, but I think most of that is on the players because they have to control how they respond to officials more than officials have to respond to the players.
So it's the Timberwolves now, following the basket by T.J. Warren. Pass to Layman. Good on the bucket.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
And the Pacers call time here.
Trying to find some answers offensively.
Yeah, and you know, that's going to be the focus of this timeout. They need to come up with a spark to get the offense going.
So Indiana ends up with a new group on the floor. Outside Holiday. Here's Sampson, covered by Evans. Back to Holiday. And now the Timberwolves on the break. And Justin Holiday picks up the foul. That is his first foul of the game.
You know what? Tried to step in and cut him off, but just didn't get there quick enough.
Yeah, he was one step late that time, Greg.
And so it's Minnesota with it. They've given up just 8 points in the fourth quarter. Passes it to Evans. Good D by Holiday. And here's Holiday, who will bring it up for Indiana. Here's Sampson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for two. That one's on Johnson. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Both good from the line that time. And the Timberwolves with possession here. To the left wing. Now here's Cramp. Guarded by Oladipo. The shot, no good. And Indiana will go the other way with it.
Not his best game, but they're still getting it done collectively.
Here's Sampson. He's guarded by Cramp. And here is Warren. Clock is at 3. Excellent D there by Johnson. Here's Crabb. Sampson pulls it in. Indiana's gotten off to an 0-for-2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. Oladipo for 3. The offensive rebound. Count it. 13 points for Sabonis.
Oh, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles. He's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled. And you saw all of that right there.
Here's Reed. And the 3-ball is good.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
They look pretty demoralized to me, and that always shows through at the defensive end first.
Here's Sampson following the 3 by Minnesota. Well, Clark, at the college level, a coach was recently offered a lifetime contract. Think we'll ever see that in the NBA?
Well, you can't quite say never.
Right.
I said in college basketball, I never thought in my lifetime I'd see a 16 beat a 1 seed.
Right.
So never say never, but it's not going to happen.
Well, but you've got a lifetime contract doing this, so I guess it does happen in some quadrants.
Well, you got information that I don't have.
And that one drops.
Well, so often we see this transition buckets off turnovers.
And we know turnovers are painful and costly. You get loose with the ball on one end and get punished on the other end.
Here's Sampson after the basket by Minnesota. Poked away. Evans with the steal. And here we go. Fast break. Evans has got it. And Evans throws it down hard.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff.
Yeah, highly efficient. Nothing extra special there. Just effective.
And here are the Pacers now after the basket by Minnesota. Oladipo outside. Snatched away. An even 3-on-3 break. The Timberwolves working the ball around now. Here's Johnson. Pacers with the rebound.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Now, here's Warren. Following the missed shot by James Johnson. 4 on the clock. Can they get it? The kick out to Oladipo. That falls. Nice feed that time from Turner. Turner's got 3 assists tonight.
Watch out. Now that he's got his first 3 of the half, there might be more in store.
Pass to Evans. Crab with the ball. He's covered by Warren. Good on the shot.
Yeah, quick trigger. And from that range, if he senses the defenders have backed off, forget about it.
Do you think it helps the pace of the game with the NBA recently modifying the shot clock rule that after an offensive rebound, it doesn't go back to 24, it goes now to the new number, 14 seconds.
Well, I really like the rule because you don't have to bring the ball over the half-court line, which is 8 seconds, so it makes sense, and it does speed up the game, in my opinion.
Here's Sabonis after the basket by Minnesota, and there it is for him.
I love how Sabonis focuses in and maintains that concentration. Very good at taking on the aggressive defense.
Johnson up top. It's Evans on the wing. And it's off from three-point range. Here's Warren. Yep, that one goes in there. Warren's got 9 points here in the second half. 1:49 left in the fourth quarter. Johnson right side. To the wing right side. Crab, that's for 2. Jump shot is good that time. Crab's got his first points of the game.
Well, guys, this was never really a contest, just a total obliteration, if you will, and you can safely say mission accomplished now for the Timberwolves.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that, and man, they just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And so they'll stretch their victory total to 19 on the season.
Important. With this win, they split the season series at a game apiece and also avoid the sweep, and that has to be a relief.
And Greg, you know, as interconference opponents, tonight was their only chance to get that revenge. I mean, they won't see each other in the regular season again until next season.
And a great team effort tonight, helped in large part with contributions in the nice night it ended up being for Karl Anthony Towns.
Every time there was a big possession or a big play, he was a major contributor. Just a great all-around game.
And so here is Indiana following the bucket by the Timberwolves. And there's the pass to McConnell. will not go. This is off the front iron. Grab the pass to Lehman. Basket good.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Now, here's McConnell. Pass to Sampson. Count it.
Nice touch there near the hoop.
7 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's Okogie. So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA on 2K Sports. So long, everyone.